guys had a successful season with the last couple of runs. You know what I mean? How disappointing, I guess, is ending this, knowing what you guys have accomplished the last couple of years?
I don't look on it the past couple of years. I would say it's more disappointing just with those 2 games in Charlotte, knowing that we were right there. I would say that's more of the disappointing feeling that, at least that I have. Those games could have gone either way, and especially that overtime one, that's tough. Like, we got to split there. Changes the series, right? It changes the kind of the feel for yesterday's game. We maybe we don't play as tight. There's going to be a lot of pressure on us, obviously, because of if we lose, we're done. And you could see that we started strong, but then as soon as they scored, we were pushing too much. We were putting too much pressure on ourselves. So it's just disappointing that it just ended yesterday. So for me, I mean, I've been here for 7 years, so it's a long time, a lot of memories that I haven't processed yet. I mean, there's no way to do that overnight, and that's going to take a bit of time. The emotion hasn't hit. I'm sure it will at some point, but right now it's just a disappointing feeling. Wish we were playing right now.
Keeping it to this year's team then, in that regard.
Yeah.
The format's difficult to feel. I feel like home ice advantage, right? When you go on the road and you got probably the first 2 on the road. I know everybody's had to deal with those situations, but that's difficult in series, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I feel like we had such a good regular season, and the reward for that is you have almost like a week and a half off, and I don't know if that's good or bad. For me, healing from an injury, so it probably was a good thing. But yeah, the format is weird because it's, you start on the road, and Charlotte's a difficult place to play too, right? Because it's far, it's hot, they're used to the ice, they're used to all that stuff. And like I said, when you go down 2 games, like that's going to be hard when you come back home. If we would have started at home, maybe it would have been a different story, who knows, but you can make the excuse now. But comes down to it, we just had to play better. Format is what it is. Everyone goes through it. So.
There's a lot of people that it's going to be easy to say, well, Hershey got swept by Charlotte. But as you said, especially the 2 to start off the series, it didn't feel like that. It's not really a true sweep. So how do you kind of manage the fact that it is in 3 games, but it was right there in Charlotte?
How do I don't know how to manage it. I don't know. I don't have an answer to how to manage it. I think it's just disappointing. I think the first game I thought we played pretty good. The second game I thought we played great. And it just, for whatever, I mean, you need bounces to win. You also need bounces. It's not just going to happen. It's not going to be easy. It's so tight. The teams are close, especially as you start to get into the teams that have been successful. So to manage that, I mean, I think maybe we took out of those games that we were right there. We took some positives out of it when we were watching video to prepare for last night's game. But when it comes down to it, that it just wasn't good enough to get over that hump. And I don't know how to manage it. I don't know.
There's a lot of stories and rumors swirling about what you're going to do next season. So what's the validity to that, and what is your plan?
I signed in Lugano. It was, the rumors got out. I wasn't too happy about that, but we wanted to announce it once we were done here. So we made that choice. It is a difficult one. I mean, I've been here for 7 years. My kids were born here. We've been comfortable here. Everyone's been great. We don't have a bad thing to say about Hershey and the Washington's organization, and everyone's treated us awesome. So, just personally, I think for our family, give a little bit more stability, probably. I've been going up and down quite a bit, so you tend to miss a lot of things when it comes to the kids. And my kids are getting a little bit older, so they're starting to realize like what's happening, what I'm missing. So that played a part into the decision. And then going over there, I just think it's a good opportunity personally for me. I think the team that I'm going to is kind of having a fresh start, and a chance to probably extend my career a little bit more. So, but it wasn't an easy one. So I kind of was just thinking about playing, and then when that rumor came out, I was disappointed. But I tried not to let it affect, the team or my game.
And follow up to that news, looking back at your 7 years here,
Yeah.
what has it meant to be a Bear, and what it takes to kind of play in this organization?
Well, what it's meant, it's been great. It's been a huge honor for me. Typically, you don't get 7 years with a two-way player like I've been, someone that's been up and down. It's you might get 2-3 years, and then the teams or the players seem to move on, or the teams move on from the players. So for me personally, it's been a huge honor. I mean, Hershey's such an historic franchise, and the people that have played here, the coaches that have coached here, the management that's managed here, like it was a huge list, and it's to be part of that, and to say that I did something positive to an organization that had so many positive things already is something that I'm proud of. And I've grown up quite a bit since 7 years ago. My kids were born here, like I said before, and my wife has become really accustomed to the lifestyle in the area, and I think there's a good reason why a lot of people end up staying when they're done. And it's just a beautiful town. There's really all the teams that I've played on, there's not really a city or place like it, and it's really hard to explain that. But it's going to hold a special place in my heart for the rest of my life.
One of those coaches is. I was just going to ask. One of the coaches is Todd Nelson, and
yeah.
We've gotten to know him pretty well. What are the things that stand out about him that we probably don't see or don't know, like that make him a great coach? Because you've known him for the past three seasons.
Yeah,
and
I would say that he has a unique ability to stay calm in high pressure situations. He's done it before. Like, he's experienced. He knows what he's doing. I think he has a plan in place right from the beginning of the season as to what he wants to do, how he wants to dictate the days off, the practice, how he wants us to play as a team. I think he has a plan when it comes to that, and he sticks to it. And he doesn't lose his cool, which I think are traits that in a game with a lot of pressure, a lot of things that go wrong, to be able to stay cool and be that solid rock for the team is valuable and very important. So I would say that's the thing that I admire the most, is that ability to, under pressure situations, be able to stay on course.